Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 7, entitled as Jnana Vijnana Yoga, Sloka 14. Daivī hyesha guṇa-mayī, māyā duratyayā, māyām prapadyante, māyām etāṁ taranti. Before we continue from where we left, let's do a recap of what we have covered so far, so it makes the connection. In this sloka, Krishna says that this māyā is his energy. It consists of three modes, sattva, rajas and tamas, and it's been created by him for his divine sport. And one cannot cross it over through one's own effort. How much ever one tries, they get caught into it, further get entangled into it. So what's the option? Only those who have taken refuge in Krishna, and it's very specific in the sloka. It says, only those who have taken shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna alone, that completely removes anyone else that one can think of. And here Krishna directly says to him, therefore an indirect method is also not accepted, saying that if I do this puja to this god, if I worship this god, ultimately it is for Krishna. So that concept or idea should also be removed. Māyām prapadyante. You better directly surrender unto Krishna. If you are serious in your life to get rid of this māyā, to get released from this prakriti, the only shelter is Krishna's lotus feet. So Krishna confirms that in this sloka, because we all tried several times to control our senses, control many things, cultivate good qualities, and somehow be free of getting entangled into this material world. It's not discouraging, it's not bad that one should not try these things. But as we are trying these things, at the same time, we keep, it's only Krishna who is going to help us and help us in our attempts. Therefore, the only way is to take shelter at the feet of Krishna. Why? Because he is the absolute truth, Satya Sankalpa. Not only that, he is most compassionate person. If a person is compassionate, then naturally he is going to look upon us and take care of us. And this is the only way we can cross over this māyā. And we also saw that prakriti is called māyā. What it does is, it covers the essential nature of the Lord who is omnipresent. So we can't see him. It covers him. He cannot be covered because he is Supreme Lord, but we get covered by the māyā. The second point is that it also covers our real identity, that we are subservient of Krishna. We are Atma. Rather, it makes us to think that we are the master. We are this body. So in this many ways, different ways, māyā covers us. And what is this māyā? Vichitra karya kari, which means it does astonishing things one can't even imagine. That is māyā. And it is certainly not meant to say māyā means false. It is not false. It is vichitra karya kari. And also we saw this prapatti, sharanagati, is not directly to the moksha, or one can say it is to moksha in a chain. Here, a person have to surrender for this particular reason. What's a particular reason? To remove the covering. That's the request here. To release that person from the covering or from the prakriti. Once that is removed, then we can see the Lord, and then one can identify oneself, and this person can take a bhakti in a serious manner. By doing this way, his karma vasana will be removed, and he will be able to conquer the virodhi enemies by the mercy of the Lord, and then attain the supreme abode of the Lord. That's the idea for this particular sharanagati. And māyā, satya sankalpaha, meaning whatever he thinks that comes true, because he has that jnana and shakti. And not just jnana and shakti is going to help, that jnana and shakti is present along with karunikam, parama karunikam, most compassion towards all of us, every living entity. And we saw an example of father training the child. Likewise, Krishna trains us in this material world. So we learn how to be enthusiastic, how to be tolerant, how to be determined, and how to be patient. So these qualities are must if one want to attain Krishna. Without these qualities, one cannot progress further in this path. So we can certainly see Krishna's compassion in many forms, in many ways. One of the main reasons that he created this entire universes so that we can take birth. And taking birth means we finish our karma. Once our karmas are finished, then we can be back with Krishna for eternity. Unless and until karma is finished, we cannot go back to Krishna. And the only way we can get rid of the karma is by taking birth and exercising both good and bad karma. If he has not created, then how are we going to get rid of this karma? So this shows his compassion. Out of his compassion, he has created this entire universe. Not only creating and just living to figure out things on our own, then he gave us all the great scriptures. So we know what to do, what not to do, how not to do, and why to do these things. All the informations are given in various scriptures. It all comes from him. He is the one who gave the scripture. So by doing, learning, reading, studying these scriptures seriously, we raise from Tama and Rajas to Sattva Guna. By coming to the Sattva Guna, then we develop good qualities, we develop bhakti, and ultimately we join Krishna, transcend even the Sattva Guna, and then reach the abode of Krishna. And this is also because of compassion that he has given these scriptures for us. Not just giving this scripture because he knows that we may not be studying this thing, will be lazy. So he decided to come himself to help us. He descended into this world, took many avatars, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, and many Parasurama, Rama, Balarama, and so forth. This is all out of his compassion to uplift all of us, where we have fallen into this deep, dark well of material existence. This is also out of his compassion. Then he also took the avatar of deities in many temples all over different places. Why? So that he can continue taking care of us, graces. This is also out of his compassion. He didn't stop there. He sends a special favorite devotees, a great saints, acharyas, gurus. So whom we are, the lazy people, doesn't want to read whatever is given, doesn't want to understand His glories. So there are gurus who can help us to understand what Bhagavad Gita teaches us, what Bhagavatam teaches us, what Ramayana means to us, how we can understand the greatness of Krishna, and how to cultivate bhakti while we are in this world. So this is out of His compassion. He gives Guru to us in our life. Without that, it is mission impossible for us to understand what's going on, to understand Krishna. So in this way, He has unlimited qualities to show His compassion towards us, irrespective of our misbehaviors towards Him. He doesn't stop. He doesn't give up His hope. It is true and very valid to say that it's more than us who are trying to go back to Krishna. It is Krishna who's really working hard to get us back to Him. It's a true statement. daivī hyesha guṇa-mayī māyā duratyayā māyām prapadyante māyām etāṁ taranti. Namaste. Hare Krishna.